Hi guys, Iron Cameraman here. So, why hasn't Mr. Boom released the full version of episode 77 with the extra scene yet? You probably remember that screenshot with IBO75 where Boom mentioned he'd release a new video by the end of the week. But as you've noticed, another week has already passed. And what if I told you that this delay isn't all that unexpected? Some might have missed out on other information shared by another YouTuber. Let me remind you of a screenshot from Super Cameraman where he said, "But I'm not promising anything." This means even Boom himself wasn't entirely sure when he'd complete everything he wanted. Recently, YouTuber Steak asked about the release date for the episode, and Boom replied it would be not anytime soon. Funny enough, the extra scene is supposed to be about 2 minutes long. We know this from his messages with EBO75, and now it's been 2 weeks since the fourth part of episode 77 came out. Judging by the fact that it took Boom an entire month to animate just 5 minutes of epic action, these 2 minutes also promise to be packed with excitement if they're taking so long to finish. But don't get your hopes up based on my thumbnail. There's a reason I chose that particular image. More on that later. Besides all of this, there's been another screenshot going around where Elite Cameraman supposedly asked Boom for any new information. However, after EBO75 checked with the real Elite, it turned out to be fake. And that's not even all I have for you today. I tried to pull every possible angle on the storyline for the extra scene. So, before we dive in, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I promise it'll be worth it. Let's jump in. Considering everything I've mentioned and the complexity of the animation, it's safe to assume that there will be a battle. In a previous analysis of leaks, I mentioned that the Duchess's eyes are glowing red, which might mean she's about to attack. TV Man Titan will probably teleport away, which means the battle could be with Mecha Scientist 2.0 and the rest of the G-Squad. Since Mecha Scientist also has teleportation abilities, he might save some key members of G-Squad by teleporting them with him. But then again, things aren't so clear-cut because we don't know exactly where this scene fits in the timeline. What if it's not at the end of part 4 of episode 77, but rather at the beginning or somewhere in the middle? Or what if we see the scene through the lens of a tablet or one of the TV men's screens where unexpected characters appear in battle? I've put some thought into this, and here's what I came up with. Juggernaut and G-Man are out of the question. They seem to be engaged in another storyline. Cameraman Titan is also unlikely, since it would be strange to reintroduce such a crucial, beloved character in an extra scene. I think Boom would want to save his return for a full episode to build hype and give the character his due spotlight. So this leaves Speaker Man Titan as a strong potential opponent. If you remember, he's been in episodes 47, 57, and 67, so it's logical to think he might also appear in episode 77. Given that episode 77 is the final episode of season 25, which mainly focuses on the Astro Toilets arc, and with each episode, Boom shows just how powerful they are, it's likely that this missing piece of episode 77 will show a major loss for the agents. After much thought, I concluded that the most significant blow to the Alliance would be an attack on the Speaker Men's base. Recently, Boom hinted during a Q&A session that we'd soon see the Speaker Men's base. If you've been following Skibidi Toilet for a while, you might remember episode 50, where there was an attack on the Alliance's base, specifically Cameraman's base. Cameraman Titan was able to save the day back then. But this time, I think we'll see a different outcome, a total defeat. Even if Speaker Man Titan wanted to defend his base, he wouldn't be able to stop the attack. As for the Speaker Men Armada that TV Scientist mentioned to TV Man Titan, I doubt it's become that powerful so quickly. An Armada would require a lot of time to prepare for a full-scale battle, and they're probably not ready yet. There's also a pattern here. In episode 67, the agents attacked the Skibidi base, and now Astro might attack one of the Alliance's bases. This would be another example of Boom's love for numerical connections, if this happens at all. In my opinion, this storyline would add more depth to Speaker Man Titan's story, personality, and motivations. After all, he was infected before and killed his own kind because of it. And now, if he loses his home and his hope for an improved armada, it would be a catastrophic blow. This could serve as the season finale for season 25. As you know, I've always believed it's nearly impossible to predict future plot points accurately. That's why I always remind you that everything here is just my theories without any exclusive info from the creator of Skibidi Toilet. But sometimes we manage to guess what will happen next. And amusingly, it's often the things I consider unlikely that end up happening. Here's an example. When there was a leak for episode 72 featuring the improved Skibidi SWAT, I thought the reference to the wolf from Puss in Boots 2 wouldn't be a one-time thing. The wolf character is written so well that it would be amazing to see more nods to him in the future. And now, 7 months later, in episode 77, we see two subtle confirmations of this. First, TV Man Titan says, "You can't kill death itself," which is a clear reference to the wolf, who literally represents death. And second, Juggernaut repeats the line, "Get up," in the same way the wolf says, "Pick it up." We discussed this in the analysis of Part 4 of episode 77, so if you haven't seen it yet, I recommend checking it out. Also, my longtime subscribers might remember my old video about Acid TV Man. People still bring it up. It's practically a meme now. The idea sounded so absurd that it became its own joke. Now, in the Russian fan community, if someone proposes an outlandish theory, it's called an acid theory. Fun fact, one of my animators even made a 3D model as a gift, imagining what this character could look like. With all this nostalgia in mind, my team and I decided to keep the meme going by creating an upgraded version of TV Man Titan. But this time, it's not Acid TV Man. It's Multi-Headed TV Man. We chose this upgrade because it mirrors the G-Man meme with tons of lasers. Just like how G-Man's lasers keep multiplying, TV Man's screens get bigger and bigger with each upgrade. Plus, Boom did say that the extra scene would bring surprises, so I imagine it will be something crazy and absurd like this. That's how this poster came to be. By the way, notice how he's attached TVs to his sword. It looks pretty epic. I'm not sure if it'll beat the Acid TV Man Titan meme, but let's do a poll to find out what you all think. I'll set up a poll in our Discord server where we can pick the winner of this battle. The link's in the description. See you later.